Hey guys, Anuki here, and welcome to Let's Edit. That's to be honest, I don't really know where. Okay, actually no, that's a lie. I know where I got this idea from. It's from Red Men. I think he's still in Red. I think he's still in Red, but it's by Mentors. Actually, I don't even know what he does anymore, to be honest. But yeah, he did this thing where he just like while he edited eps and stuff, or like client work and things like that, he's basically did like a cut com, if you want to say, and he like explained what he was doing with the edits, and then he would talk about other stuff as if it was a normal commentary, and I thought that's a cool idea. Except I'm gonna actually focus more on the editing part. I'm not gonna make this intro like super long, but basically the edit that you just saw, I'm about to make it right now. So I'm still going to be doing what's it called, After Effects Complete Guide. However, I'm going to do this on the side because you know, just for people who want to just figure it out quick, because I want to demonstrate that this doesn't take long to do. Only reason why it takes long to do is because I'm explaining everything I do. But again, like I could keep continuously saying, as long as you just sit there, maybe you're talking to your friends, maybe you're just listening to music, you're just doing whatever. It's a therapeutic process. It's a therapeutic process. You know, you just edit, you get into your zone, you get into that workflow, and you just kill through it in like 5 minutes. And this is only a one clip. This is a one clip edit, and I have the cinematics for you. So yeah, so basically I got a clip. I just found a random clip. I think it's Plasma's clip from, it's like a raid Sui, something like that. It's pretty simple, nothing crazy. And then I recorded a ton of cinematics. I don't know if I use all of them, but I just went ahead and just did it, you know, for the sake of you guys. I just went ahead and recorded a few things so you guys can mess around with your own things. You don't have to edit exactly like me. I'm just gonna edit it how I most likely would. Not exactly how I would, because I don't want people to like copy what I do. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll go through everything. We'll go through syncing, pan crop, effects, maybe, I don't know, because just like okay, this already taken a little bit, because just like the After Effects Complete Guide, I will have no third-party plugins or anything like that. Everything is built in except RSMB. RSMB is so important. I can't stress how important it actually is. RSMB, if you don't have RSMB, simple as that. It's the edit's not gonna be good, and people might talk crap about that. Maybe people can like work around that, but no. RSMB is the most important thing, other than the actual clips of the edit. Like seriously. So yep, I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough, man. I can't stress that enough. All right, so let's just get started. All right, enough for the intro stuff. So basically, what I've done. Here's not this. Hold on. Where the fuck? All right, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and import everything we have. This is about T.I. is all about the money. This is the song that we're gonna use. Literally, I just picked a random song. I have no idea what, because I was trying to look for songs that I want to use in the. I was trying to find songs that I'm not gonna probably use in the future. I'm probably not gonna use this song. And yeah, so let's go ahead and put this under audio. Oh, by the way, this project file, you will find this project file that I have set up with all this stuff, it's set up exactly like I had it in After Effects The Complete Guide. So I recommend you watch that, at least the part 0. If you at least watch part 0, because part 0 is really important. The mic was super shit because I didn't realize what I had done with the mic, and I kind of messed it up. So as long as you can, if you can get through that, like I talk about some really important stuff in part 0, and part 0 is super long, along like the other ones, but no, I really recommend you watch it, at least to set this stuff up, because this stuff is pretty important, and it just kind of goes over the fundamentals. So anyways, okay, so I ported the song, I put it under audio. Normally I would have another folder that's just songs, but you know, fuck it, whatever, we're too lazy. And then we're gonna go into clips, and go ahead, this is the RAID R60 Sui, so let's go ahead and put that under clips, not under used, under clips. When we're done with it, we'll put it under used, but for now, we're gonna leave it right here. So let's go ahead and go to the cinematics. And by the way, this would be in the, this will it will be in the description. So here we go. Here's a ton of cinematics I recorded. They're supposed to be 60 FPS, but I don't have the greatest computer, so I can't exactly cap it at 60 FPS. So it might be inconsistent, like maybe bounce from 60 to 50, stuff like that. But it works, you know, it works. So go ahead and go to cinematics. And there we go. Let's just put that in. So yeah, it says 59.94, but you know, don't be too fooled. It's not 30 and it's not 40, but you know, it's a little skippy. You know, but that's just how PC goes. I'm not exactly consistent, but hey, we try. Okay, so there we go. Put that all under cinematics, and whether we use them or not, like I said, I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and pop this into our work comp right here. This is the song. Go ahead, double tap L. So then let's just kind of hear. I think I kind of heard how I want to cut the song. So let me just like kind of let me just kind of go through this and see if I can find a good place to cut things around. All right. Right there. Trust me, I cut it right there because it's just finished 4 measures, and we're gonna cut it right there. You might not know what the fuck I'm talking about measures, but that's the only way I can explain it. So let's just keep going until we find the corresponding. Hold on.
We got London on the track.
Whoa. Yeah, man, TIP in this motherfucker with me, nigga.
Right here. Right there.
In this motherfucker with me, nigga.
Right there. Nope, right here. Right there. All right, so let's go ahead, cut that. I think that's close enough, but we'll go ahead and check it. So let's go back to the. Okay, nope, don't want to do that. So let's go ahead. Let's go back a little bit. Go to the very end, not the one in like the the one frame back. Let's go to the very end. Go to here, press open bracket to snap this guy back. Double tap L, and let's go ahead go 10 frames, 10 keyframes. No, just 10 frames back with Control Shift left and right. You would know what I'm doing right now if you watch episode. I think it was 1, where you figure out how to cut the clip or whatever. But basically, yeah, what I did, as you can see, as I pop these open, this one fades in, or this guy, hold on. This layer fades into the beat, and this, as the beat hits, this layer fades out. That's how you. Well, that's how I've always synced, cut clips so it sounds more like not choppy. So let's listen to it now.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
There we go. It's all right. I think Young Thug said something like around this area, so it kind of got faded out. But there's not a lot I can do about that, so we'll just go with it. So now we know, after hearing that,
6 shots.
let's go ahead and, I don't put markers, but I'll put a marker. Oh, sorry. You probably didn't even hear that, but I'll put a marker just for the sake of the tutorial. I usually don't, because I'm good at reading the wavelength, so I know I'm gonna start there, and it's pretty obvious how it's like kind of secluded, and there's just that peak randomly. So, but I'll put the marker there, just so you know. I'll even name it. Actually, not. Yeah, I'll name it start. We'll do that just for you guys. Now let's go ahead and listen to a bit till we can find out. Actually, no. All right. Yes. Actually, no. Let's not. I was going. Just about to see, or I'll cut to the end of the clip. But let's just go ahead and sync it and see where we end up. Let's do it that way. So let's go ahead and pop this clip in. I put it below the song. You can do whatever you want, but you do whatever. So let's go ahead. Looks like I'm already close. So I'm gonna actually start. Okay, I did put it there, and you could probably like.
I count 6 shots.
Okay, let me mute this real quick.
I count 6 shots.
You probably start like here, and you could do that, but I actually am gonna do something. I'm actually gonna make it black right there, and I have it start exactly right here. So let me just listen to it real quick. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, let's actually right here at this little peak right here. Let's have the shot right there, because there's a beat right afterwards at the snare, which is okay. I don't know why I have the audio levels up, but let's go ahead and drag our clip till we see the muzzle flare. Okay, there we go. You kind of see it right there. Let's go ahead, Control Shift D to split that, and go ahead and bracket that up. Oh, look at that! It starts all near perfectly, like right there. Like you can see that he starts shooting. Plasma starts shooting the MSMC right there, so we can start doing something with that probably. Let's go ahead, figure that out. Let's just cut everything until we get. Actually, no, hold on. I forgot about this. So let's go ahead. I completely forgot about this. I stressed this so much, but click this. Click the first song there or the second, whatever, and then make sure you just have both of them highlighted while holding Shift and clicking. If you didn't know that for some reason, because you can't really do that. So click that, hold Shift, click that, and then let's go pre-compose. We're gonna make a pre-comp. Let's open it anew, I guess. We'll call this sound comp. There we go. And then that should have popped up. Actually, hold on. While I'm here, let's go ahead and put this on used, just in case I don't reuse that clip, even though there's only one clip. But, it's just to be sure. So here's sound comp. I'm actually gonna click this and turn this into seafoam, because that's the normal color of audio files. So, I'm gonna do it right here too. And then just see that, double click, and there we go. Now it's all put together and nice and neat. Let's go ahead and disable visibility, just in case for some reason there was something, like just for some unknown reason there was something that could be in here. So let's go ahead. Okay, I want a cinematic right here. I know that. I want a cinematic right there. So I wanted the shot to hit here and then stop. Okay. Whoa. Hey. No. Calm down. So the cinematic's right here. Ooh, let's go. Hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, let's actually start the kill cam here. So let me just. I don't usually do. Actually, let me just go like that real quick. I know where this is. I'll even make a keyframe just, or a marker just for you guys. If you didn't know, you press asterisk on your number pad. If you don't, if you can't do that, then it's somewhere in the like layer or edit, something like that. You guys can find it, but otherwise just get a number pad. All right, so let's go ahead.
Went from rad to riches to a feature with tilt. I went from smart car to went from rad to riches to a feature with tilt. I went from smart car to a bitch was. Smart car to a bitch was.
I'm gonna have the shot right here, when he says smart car. I think we'll obviously mess around with that if it doesn't sound that good, but I think this will work. It's been a while since I did a one clip edit, so usually I have like another clip depending on the next part, but I think this should be fine.
Smart car to a bitch was. Smart car to a bitch was a smart.
And then we'll cut the clip right there, right here.
Bitch was a smart look.
There we go, just so you guys can hear. There we go. That should be that part. Usually that's a little quicker, but I was kind of, I don't know, I was being a little picky. But usually I'm not that picky, so yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and save real quick. And now at this point. All right, so now let's start syncing the trick shot up. So this part I don't usually like to do too much, but I think this song has enough snap to like kind of, mess around with a little bit. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. What I'm basically doing, I'm listening to it, but I can tell like because this song is pretty like easy to tell what little individual beats that it makes, as you can see as it peaks right here and here and here and here. So I'm gonna listen to it, I guess, just for you guys' sake. But let's go right here. Actually, let's not take this peak right there. Let's go ahead and skip to right here. And then we go like that. All right, there we go. That should be all right. So let's go ahead and go to this part where there's a shot. I have to keyframe there and add keyframe there, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with it. All right, so now let's go ahead, highlight all these and press F9 to easy ease, and let's go ahead and start the fun part. So, oh shoot, what am I trying to say? No, I don't want to do that yet. I want to figure out what I actually want to sing for these parts. So, that's pretty quick. So let's go ahead. I think this one should be at a pretty decent spot. Yeah. Actually, hold on. Let's have the MSMC pull out here. Right, yeah, because the DSR pulls out real quick. So let's go ahead and have the MSMC like that. We're gonna go work backwards, just like in my syncing trick shots episode on After Effects Complete Guide. So let's go ahead and go backwards, or let's find the MSMC where it pulls out right there. So there's a shock charge. So let's go ahead and get right there. So we get the shock charge to pull out. Yeah, that should look good. And then with this part will be the RCXD, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead, find the RCXD, right? Maybe let's go a few frames back so it gets time to actually pull out. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, let's see. We'll mess with it once it, we see that it doesn't work that well, but we'll see. So let's go ahead. There's RCXD. So let's go backwards now. Let's see if I think he YY's MSMC. Let me just go back one frame by going to here and see how it's 8. Let's go to 7. Okay, there we go. See, I'm glad I did that. So let's go to 6. There we go. See, and then when you go one frame back, or one frame forward rather, it starts the next YY animation. So we go like that. There we go. So that should be pretty good. So let's go ahead and start going forward. And I think where did he start? I think at 807. So let's, make sure we don't pass 807, but it should be good. All right, here. There we go. Maybe we'll have a shock charge right here. Yeah, like that. Yeah, we'll try that. And then this one. So let's go. This is a shock charge. Let's go back. He did a knife, but it's very faint. Let's just go right there. Let's go one frame back because I think I missed a frame. Oh, just kidding. All right, we're good on 8 or 28. That should be good. So let's go where the knife is. Yeah, so this should be actually pretty perfectly synced, to be honest. So you think he does a YY here again? Let me just to be sure. Let me just go to 18. Oh, click this on accident. Let's make sure we don't do that. 19, 20, 21. Wait, maybe no. I think I made it. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. So let me go 25, 24. Okay, here we go. 23. Oh, I messed up. I accidentally click on accident. 22. I think 20. Oh, okay. 21. Okay, we're actually pretty close. So 22. That should be MSMC coming out. I know. This is actually, hold on, if I go to, yeah, this should be pretty low, but I think we can mess with that. So there's a knife, shock charge, MSMC reload, RACXD, shock charge, select fire, shoot. There we go. That should be pretty good. That lined up pretty perfectly. Usually it does. Or usually, actually, yeah, usually it does. You can, okay, let me actually see what happens if I do the animation for that. There we go. That should look alright. That should fix a little bit of the choppiness. Let's go ahead. Oh, what I just did. You can highlight all these, or you can just like, oops, I don't mean to do that. I didn't actually press Control Z. Or you can press this right here, and it'll highlight everything. It'll even like these ones back here, which is not important. This is just personal preference. But let's go ahead here. By the way, you can do right click, keyframe assistant, ease. That's what the people do in the tutorials. All right, so let's go to here and press plus to zoom in. Okay, I accidentally deleted that. So yeah, press plus to zoom in, just so we have a little more space to work with. And let's go ahead. If you remember my 2/3 rule, I'm actually going to apply it slightly, except it's going to be a little more, this one's going to be a little more up, this one's going to be a little more backwards, back down. There we go. Actually, let's go ahead and put this more up and put this back up a little bit more. There we go. That should be alright. And let's go ahead and bring this up, bring this down. This is pretty repetitive, so I might have to. I might just like skip through this real quick. So I'll probably just do that, and then we'll just tweak it once I finish. All right, let's try it. Okay, there we go. That should look pretty all right. Let's just look at it. I know it drops frames somewhere around here, but I think it should be all right. I think what I want to do is actually bring this one a little more, because I want to see the knife just a tiny bit, even though the knife doesn't show up. But I think I could force that if I just move this one up and move this one down. There we go, see? Maybe that's a little too much. Maybe we'll drop this down just a little bit, and then drop this guy down just a little bit. There we go. Not that much, there we go. Alright, he does a little left spin here, so I kind of want to emphasize that he actually does a left spin. Because this speeds up so much and slows down that you don't really see it. So let's go ahead, drop this guy down, and drop this guy up a little bit. Actually, no, let's drop it down a decent bit. There we go. That should be pretty alright. Because I do want to also emphasize that shock charge. So that should be pretty okay. Also, one thing I want to mention. Let's go ahead and zoom this in. I'll fix it in a bit, but if you do whatever you do, like whatever you want to do with this, you know, you can do whatever. Like I said, you don't have to copy me, but yeah, do whatever you want. But let's say you have it like right here. This this adjacent little connector point should be, you know, parallel, or not parallel. It should be like as if this is one straight line. Like it shouldn't be like this, because then it goes up, or it goes like diagonal, then straight up, I guess. That's just kind of general rule I have. So that way, when it speeds up, it moves into itself instead of just like rapidly speeding up and slowing down. That looks awkward. Let me go back to what I had before, which was like right there, I think. Let me there we go. I think that should look all right. Let me move this down a bit, and there we go. That should be all right. And this one is a little longer, so let's go ahead and drop it like. There we go. That should be all right. Then this part is gonna be a little weird. Yeah, because this is when drops frames a lot. So one thing I'll try to do, which I do recommend, but you know, it's up to you. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the graph editor. Control Shift D from this key point, and Control Shift D from this key point, which basically, you know, separates them. But if you press U, they also have the same keyframes, which means that the syncing doesn't change. So that should be fine. Oops, okay, didn't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Now let's go into this. Let's click on this guy so we know it's this guy, and we're actually going to click this, which is frame blending. Enable that, and then let's go ahead. See this guy, frame blending. Let's go down and enable 1, 2. Click that twice. So now there should be a little frame blending, which, oh god, yeah, that looks terrible. I guess we're not going to do that. See, okay, see, I'm glad I showed that, because sometimes things, workarounds won't work, so then you have to you just got to kind of see what you can do about it. Actually, to be honest, it probably wouldn't even look that bad. Let's just go ahead and continue looking at the graph editor. Once we'll look at the RAM preview to see how bad it actually is, but it does drop frames drastically. But the song is pretty quick, so maybe. Hold on.
A nigga jury. A nigga jury.
Actually, yeah, we'll just leave it for now, and if it looks bad, then we'll do something about it. So let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and continue. This should look pretty alright. Let me go ahead and drop this down actually a little bit more, because I want the shock charge to be emphasized again. There we go, and then this one has a select fire emphasized. And to be honest, it moves from the MSMC to the DSR quick, but that's fine because in the real shot it does that anyway, so that should be fine actually. So that should look pretty alright, and then we'll sync this guy up real quick. Also, another thing to note, if you have like a lot of frame dropping, then RSMB will fix a lot of that, so that's a thing to know, to think about, or to I guess that's a thing, good thing to keep in mind. That's what I'm looking for. So there we go. I think that might be a little too quick. Let's for the shots, I usually like to bend this down instead of like have this like dragged all the way back. I like to bring it forward. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. I like to bring it forward just a little bit, so it's a little more smoother when it actually connects. See, there we go. So it doesn't just immediately slow down. It's more of a smooth transition. There it goes. That should look pretty alright. So let's go ahead and give this a quick RAM preview, I guess. And let's just see what it looks like so far. Okay, just what I thought. It doesn't look that good. So let's go ahead. Like I said, see, this is all a process. It doesn't look good. It might not look good, so you just got to mess with it. Let's go ahead and drop this because I know it drops a lot of frames. Put this back down a little bit more. Let's see how that looks. Alright, the thing I really don't like is that RSSC, so let's see what I can do about that. He does say something really quick here on the 8th note. I know you guys don't really say anything, but it's basically this little midpoint from here to here. So maybe we can mess with something like that. So let's go ahead and pop this there. Actually, let's go ahead and copy this here. Maybe. Because, let me go ahead and do this first. So let me go ahead and here and go like that. Just so it could be the normal keyframes. Oops. So this should be frozen in time. I'm gonna move this up a bit because I want this right there. I want this MSMC to come up. And then I want the select fire to be its own animation where it stops. There we go. So let's go ahead and go one frame back. Oh no, that's fine. Alright, so there we go. So now it goes this. So now it goes R6D, shock charge. Actually, let's go ahead and delete this maybe. Whoops. Shock charge, select fire, shoot. So that should look a little better. Still not gonna look the best. Go ahead and keyframe those two. And, yeah, okay. See, look, now the curve's a little better. Let's go ahead and mess with this a little bit. And then have you down here. Yeah, this will definitely look a lot better. So yeah, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. So that's what it's gonna look like. So this will gonna be more quick. So let's go ahead, go like that, go like that. There we go. Add this one up a little more. It's shock charge. There we go. Okay, so pull that out. Shock charge. Actually, yeah, let's go like that, and let's drop this down. Actually, let's leave it. Shock charge. Let's go like this, like that. Let's have a little more sharp. Shock charge, select fire, shoot. There we go. That should look pretty alright. So now let's RAM preview it this time. That looks a lot better actually. I think the shock charge does drop frames a little bit more. So let's go ahead, bring this up a little bit more, and let's RAM preview that. That was a shock. Yeah, that was a shock charge. Okay, then let's drop it a little more. I mean, it doesn't matter that much, so it's all good. There we go. That actually doesn't look that bad. So we'll keep. Okay, brainstorm. God fucking damn it. All right, this is actually going a little decently longer, but I'll cut it around a little bit. All right, so then let's go ahead and go to this guy right here. So let's do the exact same thing. Basically, yeah, I'm literally gonna do the exact same thing. So let me just go ahead and speed through this real quick. and put the keyframes on notes that I think will work.
Knocking those times, showing toss of rhyme. I'ma come through and show my wood climb.
Okay, here we go. I just realized that I missed a frame just a little bit, but we can fix it for this and that. So if we go ahead and press I on this layer, this will be in the beginning of the clip. As you can see, if we hold left click on this thing, basically we can scrub like basically through the entire clip. So let's go ahead and find that first, there we go, that first frame right here, right there. There we go, so there, now that should be lined up. And then now we're gonna mess with this, so. Let's go ahead and do the exact same thing. So this shouldn't be too long. I might skip through this too, to be honest, but we'll see.
Y'all can tell by the track. Those times, showing toss of rhyme. Knocking those times, showing toss of rhyme. Knocking those times, showing toss of rhyme. I'ma come through and show my wood climb. Knocking those times, showing toss of rhyme.
There we go. All right, so that should be pretty all right. That now this part would be is going to be a lot easier because the kill cam we have more frames to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and do exactly what I did before, and I'll be right back.
I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I
Okay, there we go. That should look pretty all right. So let me just scrub through this slightly. This should be a lot quicker, so I'm actually this is gonna be a lot more snappier than before, which I'm actually gonna go with actually. So then I'm just go ahead and do this with the last kill cam. Let's go ahead and go to the end here. Let me scrub more to maybe like right there. There we go. Let's go a little more forward. Then we can go to the middle right here with this beat right here. You can see this beat, and add a keyframe right there. So now let's go ahead. F9 ease that and do the same exact thing, except remember it's a shot, so I wanted it to flow in a little bit more, so it's going to be more curved rather than against this wall back here. So there we go. That should look pretty all right. And then go like this, go like that. There we go. There we go. That should look all right. All right, so let's go ahead and run preview this whole thing a little bit. Let's look at.
Bustin' at the bando, a nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a.
There we go. That actually that doesn't look like bad. There's a few things I want to see, so I'm gonna cut that. Press the B right there, and let me look at the kill cam though.
Went from rad to riches to a feature. Went from rad to riches.
Okay, I want to mess with this a little bit. It does a little animation a little too quick, so let's go ahead like that, like that.
Went from rad to riches to a feature with tip.
And go like that, maybe. Drop it down a little more. Alright, there we go. Let me go to the select fire right here, which is, I think, right here. Which is actually pretty alright, but I'm going to drop it down just a little bit. There we go. There you go. That actually doesn't look that bad. We're going to go with it. Alright, there we go. That's the whole, that's the clip synced. Alright, there we go. Alright. 37 minutes in the recording, but I think I can knock this out. So next, let's go ahead and do the cinematics, I guess. So let me go to the beginning, right here, and let's see right there, this where the wavelength starts starting. So that means, that's where the thing is gonna be. So I think let's look at what he got. I just kind of recorded them just randomly. So let's go ahead. I think we have Soldier Run. I think we can probably go with that actually. Let me look at it real quick. Okay, autosave. Let's go ahead and Control S that, save that bitch. All right, so yeah, here we go. This is actually a nice one that I recorded real quick. So we'll go with this. So it starts right. Let's find where oh, there we go. See the FOV changes and the camera starts to move. Hold Alt and you can hold Alt and open bracket, or you can just Control Shift D and then delete this little bottom part right here. And let's go ahead and put this cinematic on used right there. And let's go ahead, go here, press open bracket to snap that layer to your cursor thing. And let's just listen to where we want. I think we can probably do 2, maybe, I don't know.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Okay, maybe we can, I don't know. I don't know what I have, so I think I actually recorded one with me. Yeah, the MSMC spinning and the soldier tag insert. So, hold on. Oh, okay. Let me add a key. I'll put keyframes for you. I'll put keyframes for you guys. So you go like that, and then put them right here. There we go. I heard that. That sounded nice. So let's go here. 3, 4, 1. There we go. So let's go ahead. Right there. Another one. Another cinematic. 1, 2, 3, 2. 3. Actually, I have an idea. I think I recorded one of the soldier jumping. So let's see. Make that one a little quick and then start right here.
I count.
And then cut it right there.
I count.
That should look that. Okay, I have a good idea. Well, actually, well, I don't want to have it. It's fifth cinematic there, but there we go. That should be all right. So let's go ahead and delete that. So this first cinematic's gonna start right here. Oops. Oh, what did I do? Oh, cap locks. That's what I did. Whoops, my bad. Oh, I reversed the layer on accident. So let's go ahead and Control Alt T and mute that clip. Add time remap right there. And let's go to press O to go to the end, and let's just go to however far we want to get to, which is probably gonna be like right here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll try and go to the hole, but I don't think we will because it's actually, yeah, it gets a little long, but we'll try it. So, and there's another one. So we'll probably hit that at the halfway point. Yeah, it does go pretty quick, but let's see what we can. Let's see how we can work with it though. So let's go ahead, zoom in a little bit maybe. Let's go up like this. With cinematics, I like to do not as snappy, especially since this beginning of the song isn't really, you know, snappy. So let's go ahead and do that and see how that looks. Basically, I know I kind of speed through this, but that's actually what you kind of. I'm literally just encouraging you to just mess around. I'm telling you how. I'm showing you how I do it. So you just gotta figure that out yourself too. There we go. That should look all right. I'm gonna drop this down a little slower and bring this guy down a little bit more too. Maybe bring it up actually. And then go like that, and maybe go like that. Maybe go like that, there we go. There we go, that should look pretty alright. There we go. And then let's go ahead and go to, let's see, what's next? Dummy tack insert. There we go. Let's go to this one. Yeah, this one should look all right. Mute that and then scrub till we see the camera start to move. Let's go right there. Let's start it right there. Why not? And then we'll go to the 3, which should be the next one. Control Shift D and delete that last or the end bit because we don't need it. Let's go to the end by pressing I. Control Alt T. Add that keyframe and then go to the end. And let's go ahead. Okay, you kind of see, I actually started no clipping apparently. I didn't realize that, but let's go right there. I got to the point just before the no clipping so it wouldn't look that weird. And let's try it. I heard it. There. Right there. Okay, the little bang. Yeah. There we go. So let's go ahead. I added a keyframe right there. So then I'm going to highlight all that. Control, I'm not gonna control F9 to do that thing. I'm gonna delete that because it's kind of out in the way. I don't want you guys to be confused by that keyframe. It's just a big, it was a keyframe like right here, but since we made our own keyframe right here, it doesn't even matter what's behind that. So let's go ahead and do the same exact thing. Bring this up a little bit, not too snappy. You know, don't want that much of a snap. That should be all right. I'm actually gonna. Okay, let's actually drop this a little bit because in the, let me go ahead and double click this. In the cinematic, it goes in and then it switches, and then it goes like this position and then it goes forward. So I want to actually utilize that. So let's go ahead and go. Yeah, I went down a little bit. So let's see how that looks now. Let me drop this down like a substantial amount. Go like that. Go like that. There we go. Over there. There, and then there. There we go. That actually doesn't look that bad, I don't think. Let me go ahead, put this up a little bit just to remove any possible, you know, little frame skips and stuff like that. Let's go ahead. Now there's dummy run. I think I want dummy jump. Do I? Yeah, I want dummy jump actually, which is gonna be weird.
To the max with it.
Because he jumps and then I'm gonna have a cinematic where he runs from all the way back there. But don't worry, let's see what we can let's see how that'll look first. So let's go ahead. Camera moves right there. He starts moving there. So let's go ahead and delete that part by pressing Alt open bracket. Delete that end bit and then Control Alt T and then go like that. and then go to the end. I accidentally put position by pressing P on accident. Let's press U to bring up the keyframes in case you did not know that for some reason. My phone is gonna die. Let me just go ahead and charge that before this, video was a waste. There we go, perfect. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead, bring this. We're actually gonna go to the, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to do this little reverse effect. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? You guys have the, the right to know. I'm using this effect a lot more. So, I mean, you guys can, okay, sorry about that. I had to fix something. Okay, so let's go ahead, go to here, and let's just sync it how we would normally sync it. So like that. So this is the soldier jumping, or not the soldier, the dummy. Go ahead, drop that down just a little bit. I think that looks pretty okay. And I got this nice glare too, so that looks pretty dope. Let's drop down just a little bit. All right, here we go. My laptop's gonna die freaking too. That's freaking great. All right, there we go. All right, back. Hopefully nothing more is gonna happen. Okay, so there we go. Now this is how I do it, and I mean other people can do it differently, but this is how I do it. So I go to the end right here, this last little keyframe. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keyframes back. Let's try 5. Sometimes I do 3, but we'll see. Add a keyframe. Basically. So now, just because, let me go ahead and Control Z. So see how this goes? If I add a keyframe, like I did, basically I'll just add a keyframe and it'll move the exact same way. That keyframe will be shifted and these points will be moved to a point where the curve never moves. So basically, if I have, what I use that for is I go to this last keyframe and drop it down to how far I want it. So now, see, these legs remain, so it's as if this cinematic was going to keep going up, but it doesn't. So let's utilize that and take this leg and bring this up. So just to bring that curve a little more up. So, and then it speeds up and then goes backwards. Right. See that? That might be too fast, but we'll have to look at the RAM preview. I'm still a little beginner. Yeah, I haven't figured that out. I haven't mastered it that much. I still have to, I can't get it in one go, but we'll see, so. And then we'll do like that, and let's go ahead and dummy run. There we go, starts right there, perfect. There we go, and it stops right there.
I count 6.
So let's go ahead, go there, delete that, and it's all repetitive, so I'm probably gonna skip through this or fast forward the boring parts. We'll see. Okay, as I was doing that, I apologize, but I think the camera work might have been a little sketchy, or not sketchy. What's the word? Iffy. So I apologize for that, but it should be fine. So let's see. There we go. That should be pretty all right. Maybe I'll skip forward a little bit to right there. There we go. And at that point, the camera should start moving to the side because it does the same thing. Whereas you see, the camera goes like this, and then it changes positions like that. Then it zooms out. So we'll utilize that. You're welcome for recording these awesome cinematics, by the way. Yours truly. All right. There we go. Feel free to use these clips and cinematics for your own doings. If you don't have VO2 or something like that, you want a sick ass RAID cinematic, you can use these if you want. So there we go. That should be pretty all right. That should look pretty weird, but I think I have an idea of how I can make it look pretty all right. So it looks like it zooms in and then zooms out, which could look all right. Usually you want, if this little bit zooms in, you usually want the next part to zoom in, but it could be unorthodox and have it like that. So let's go ahead and go like that. There we go. I think I want it to be a little more fluid, so let's go ahead and drop this. Again, it doesn't have to be snappy, so we don't need that. So it's fluid, and drop this down because I still want it to go like that. There we go. That should look alright. So let's see what we got from there. So go to the end, go like there, go press home to go to the very beginning. If you don't know that, press N to go to the very end, home to go to the very beginning, press I, or not I, what am I doing? B, right there. And let's see how this looks so far. It sounds like my external hard drive is taking its shit right now. Let's call it Control S. Alright, let's run preview this.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Alright, that looks pretty good actually. I'm down.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
This part is a little iffy, but there isn't much I can do about it because it's sped up so much. I did say the camera work was a little iffy, so I apologize for that, but you can probably still work with it. So yeah, that looks pretty good, to be honest. So let's go ahead and continue the cinematics. I think I said I'm gonna have one right here, and I'm gonna have a cool little effect thing I'm gonna do that I just thought of on the spot. If I remember how to do it, or if I remember what that effect was, but we'll probably mess with it. So I already did the cinematics. Let's put that in use. I might actually end up using all these cinematics. Dope. Okay. Then let's go ahead and put the death cinematic right there, I guess. It starts right there. This one is a little weird. It took a bit for me to record this one for some reason, but it's all right. I wanted to end right there at that bleep or whatever the hell he said. Let me put a markers just for you guys, you know, just because I love you guys. I wouldn't use it. As you saw, I was totally fine without using the markers, but it's all right. I'll do it for you guys. So let's go ahead and Control Alt T, get that, mute that layer, and let's go ahead and go to the end. Actually, I didn't realize I did this, but I could probably. Actually, no. Well, no, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna do that. There we go. Not just there. I think I could go more, but I don't want. Yeah, exactly. It was way too fast. I don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead, go like there, maybe, and then go check right there. 2/3 rule, kinda, sorta. That doesn't look that bad, does it? That doesn't look that bad, does it? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna bring it up a little bit more. Bring this guy up a little more. Bring this out a little more. There we go. There we go. That should look pretty alright. And let's go like this. I'm actually gonna put it above this trick shot layer, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm gonna do a cool little effect. Jesus, my freaking. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully this freaking thing doesn't explode, but we'll see. So it starts right. Let's start it like right here because he jumps actually. As you can see from this, he jumps. So let's start a little earlier, just so you know I can get that actual jump feeling. And I'm actually gonna sync it to here, to this point, a little farther past, and you'll see why. So let's go ahead and go like this, go to the end, and sync to like right there. I think that's where I did it. I don't know. It's, like right there. There we go. That's fine. To the palm trees, I guess. Let's go ahead and make this look pretty similar to the other one. Maybe move it out just a little bit. I'm a little picky when it comes to cinematics because I don't do them very much. So you know, there we go. That should be pretty alright. So now, you might be wondering why I did this. So let's go like here, Control Shift D to cut that layer, because remember if we press U, it has the same exact stuff. So as long as we keep that the way it is, it should be fine. So let's go ahead and press T to, not Control Alt T, just press T to open up the opacity and do that. And press O real quick. Actually, hold on. No, opposite, sorta. Then Control Z a bit. I'm actually gonna go to this layer and Control Shift D, like that. What I'm gonna do is go like this, and then go hold Shift T. So if you hold Shift, it also brings up opacity, or it brings up whatever. If you hold Shift S, it'll bring up like scale and stuff instead of just pressing like P and it loses everything. So press U again to bring that up, and opacity comes with it because it's keyframed. So I'm actually gonna go to put that to 0. Put this to 1. Put this to 0 because this should fade out. Like that. See how that looks. So, and another thing I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go like how am I gonna do this? So right click this and let's go to blending modes, and let's actually just mess around with this. I think I'm gonna go with lighter color, so that it or darker colors. These are the two I usually use. Darker colors. You can also mess around with these. See, that makes a cool effect. But you can also do like maybe where is it? Lighter colors. So then maybe it's like that. You know, it's just a little cooler, just rather than having normal opacity, just make it a little weird. You can mess around with whatever you want. So yeah, this I'm actually gonna hold S, and I'm gonna scale this up just a little bit because I don't like how, like there, I'm maybe 135. There you go. That should look pretty alright. There you go. All right, that should be pretty okay, I think. I'm gonna go to this one and press U so I can see the keyframes. There we go. So that should be all that. Let's go ahead and RAM preview this entire thing. Yeah, let's do it. Hopefully I can do that. We'll see. All right, let's try it.
to the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Bustin' at the bando. A nigga jury real metal like a bando. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a.
Okay, one thing I wanted to see, let's go back to this cinematic. It is way too quick. It is way too quick. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me go to the end and let's go to the beginning and dip this decently bit forward because it's way too quick, I think. There we go. I don't really like the soldier spinning cinematics because that happens, so you know that sometimes happens. Let me go ahead, drop it down just a little bit. So I want a little bit of spin. And this was pretty quick too, to be honest. So let me go ahead, go to this and zoom this in a bit. That should fix a little bit. All right, let's try it again. Actually, let's go ahead and start it from here, because I don't want to go through the entire thing. That looks a little better. I think we could still mess with it. Again, I don't really like spinning soldier cinematics, but we could probably still mess with it. Maybe drop this down a good bit. Okay, that fixed it a little bit, but it's still not that good. Let me put this like that then. To be honest, I might have to stick with that. Okay, let's just go with it. You know what? Screw it. And why not? Let's just go with that. So let's zoom out so we can see the entire comp. Just a little bit. Go to home, and that should be all the syncing done. All right, cool. Now you might be thinking that looks really stupid. Well, guess what? Let's start working on pan and crop and effects. So let's go ahead and Control Alt Y, and let's name this like pan and crop by pressing Enter to name the thingy. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and go to here and go to transform under effects panel. And let's go to transform. So let's go ahead now. So now what transform does is that now whatever, like it's basically scale and rotation and stuff that I can apply to anything under this adjustment layer. If you didn't know what adjustment layer is, it's like if you were to apply an effect to like an individual layer, you can just apply to an adjustment layer and it'll affect everything that's underneath that adjustment layer. So that's pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead. Let's go like this, I guess. I don't know. Let's go like mess with it, things a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and get this transform going. So basically, I'm going to show you how I do pan crop. So let's go ahead and go to here and do glow also. And scroll down. I have S glow and stuff, but we're not going to use that. We're going to use stylized glow, which comes with, After Effects. And we're also going to do contrast. This is actually a method by Uni Effects. I learned from him. With his and his preset. I still use his preset. I just mess with the settings so it looks a little different. But yeah, let's just mess with things. So let's go ahead and go to the shot, because that's when the glow is actually going to happen. So let's go to the shot right here, right? And let's go ahead, let's mess with it. So let's go contrast. Let's have it at like 5. Yeah, let's go to contrast at 10 maybe. Yeah, let's go at 10, right? Why not? Because contrast, it makes the darks darker and the lights lighter. So if you want glow, then the glow is brighter. So we make the glows just a little brighter, not that much, just a little bit. Maybe we'll do 5. I don't want it to be too crazy. All right. Let's go to glow and mess with this threshold. Let's have it. I usually like to have it decently low, but for this case, let's just keep it at 60 maybe, and have the radius bumped up a lot. There we go. See, this is where the glow actually starts to look good. Let's put the radius like it looks like it's gonna look good at 360ish, 340ish. There we go. And then the intensity, we don't want this too bright because the color correction will actually mess with it a little bit. So let's have it like 0.4 maybe. So there we go. So now let's go to the beginning of this. Let me zoom in a little bit just so you guys can see. This is the shot. See the muzzle flare. So let's go to the beginning of the clip and add a keyframe for contrast and add a keyframe for glow intensity. Right. Also, since this is on original colors, so it'll glow the original colors. But if you want, you can have this on A and B colors. And as it's doing white and black, but you can change the colors if you want to make it like reddish, as you can see. But I personally don't like to do that. Let's keep it at original colors for now. And then let's go to transform. And let's go ahead and add a key. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Sorry. Let's press U on the adjustment layer. And as you can see, these keyframes that we made are right here. So let's go ahead and add a keyframe right here. Let's press U again. Or shoot, U. There we go. To bring up scale. And that's actually bring this back 2 frames. And the reason for that is that's how I do my pan and crop. It'll make sense in a bit once I start copying and pasting. But let's go ahead and bring this to like 105 maybe. You think 105 looks good? I don't know. We'll see. Let's go to here. But back again, there's 2 keyframes back, and let's put glow intensity to 0 and contrast. This is 0. Wait, what the frick? Whoops, I did 3 frames back. My bad. Let's go to here. There we go. So now, as you can see, the screen goes up like that. So now, let me zoom out a little bit. Highlight all these. Control C and Control V to paste them. So now it looks like that, right? Some mistakes that I see people do is that they have like keyframe at 100. They put it like maybe like right here. Okay, sorry about that. They have the keyframe right there so that it stops, or like right there or something like that. So it just bumps up, stays at 100, and then it goes again. That looks garbage. So basically, just like the point of this is that this is at 105 and this one is at 100. So basically, as soon as it goes to 100, it goes back to 105 or whatever. So that's that. Oh, and also what I did, as you can see, before when we paste it, it was like this, but I'm actually going to delete the glow and the contrast, because I just want the glow and the contrast to be on shots only, or things that I want emphasized. So yeah, there's that. So there's that. It's going to look bad at first, but once we keyframe thing, or highlight, or what's it called, easy ease, it'll look a lot better. So let's go ahead and Control C. I'm only going to, okay, let's just go to the beginning. Let's just start right here, right? I actually don't want any pan crop. You don't ever want pan crop in these little cinematic bits. You never want it. So let's go in the beginning, and let's press Control V and go 2 frames. Oh, by the way, if you hold Alt and click the left and right, you can actually move, or you can nudge the keyframes by 1 frame. You know, so that's cool. And then you can go like 2 frames back. And normally, in different circumstances, I would, and in the circumstance I'm about to show you, I would delete this keyframe right here because I actually don't want. Let's say here, this is the best scenario. Go ahead and copy this and go to like right here maybe, or right, let's go to like right here. I don't want this like going from 105 to 100 in a cinematic, because that looks kind of off. So let's go ahead. Excuse me. But the reason why I'm actually going to keep it here is because there's a black space, so it doesn't even matter because it's going to stay at 100. But yeah, that's just a thing to keep in mind, and it'll make it a little more sense later. So let's go ahead and copy this. And one thing I do is add rotation, but for this tutorial, let's just keep it simple. You know, as you can see on the top, I'm just Control V pasting on these keyframes that I've made. I wouldn't add any pan crop, like I wouldn't add any screen pumps or on beats that you didn't sync to, or that you didn't add a keyframe to, because it kind of looks awkward at that point. So there it goes, and now it looks like this. And let me just RAM preview it. That'll probably look easier. There we go. You know, all right. So let's just, you know, let this do this thing. You know. There we go. So now that looks awful, right? So let's actually go ahead and take this entire pan crop and press F9 to easy ease. Now this should look 10 times better. Okay, still doesn't look that good, so we're actually gonna take this. I think 105 was too big, so that's what I did is I went just because. So let's basically you have to click on the what's it called, the keyframe that you want to actually edit on the graph editor in order to show everything. And as you can see, this is at 100 and this is at 105. So basically, theoretically, you can highlight all these top ones and it'll only highlight the you know, keyframes that are at 105. So let's move this down to like 103 maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, we don't want it too much. That should look a little better. I think for some of them, let's do it like this. Let's go like this. For some of them, let's put 101. So it barely even moves. And we'll only do that for these ones right here. Like when they're connected. And we'll even do it for these ones right here, right? Why not, you know? Oh, okay, actually. Let's keep this one at 101. Right, because it does this thing. Let's keep that at 103 because it's the shot and I do want a little more emphasis. And let's keep this guy at 101 because, again, I don't want the cinematic to be like super enhanced at all. Let's go with that. And then let's go to right here. And let's go to copy this. Like I said, I would delete back here, but because of the effect that we did, we could actually just probably leave it because it won't even make that much of a difference. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually even do the 103. Let's put this at 103. I think this one is 103. Copy that. Yep, it's at 103, and then this one's 101, so highlight that, copy that. It's a little confusing, but it's just copy and paste work, to be honest. So let's go ahead and paste these over and over and over again. And if you're wondering why I'm like nudging them back 2 frames, well, obviously, since I paste it like this, it starts at 100, but I want the beat to, you know, screen pump at 101 or 103. you know, to match with this little keyframe. So yeah, nudge it back so it works like that. And let's take this one. Let's actually do a 103 for this one because it's a longer one. And let's go like this. Copy the 101 and go to here. And let's go to here actually. This little right here because this has the glow. And let's copy those. So now there you go. It adds that tiny little glow. If you want, you can add more. You know, it's up to you. If you don't have a lot of glow in your edits, then don't put a lot of glow in your edits. You know, it's again, it's all up to you. But this one, let's actually put it at 105 this time because it's the last shot, and I want a little emphasis. So let's go ahead and do that. And have this one. Let's put this at 105 as well because it's the final one, right? So let's go ahead and highlight all these by clicking scale and press F9 to easy ease just in case, you know. Oh, here we go. Here's one thing. See, it goes from 101. Actually, probably it's 101 to 100, so probably it doesn't even matter that much. But if it's a lot, like if this one right here, coming in from a clip to a cinematic, if this is at like 110 or something, you definitely want to not have that one at 110. So, anyway, that should look a little different. Normally I have rotation, like I said, to make it a little more spicy. But, you know, we don't need that. Oh, yeah, there's a keyframe right here. Sorry. My apologies. Let's put that... Let's put this at a 103. Let's put this at a 103. There we go. There we go. That should look pretty alright. Let's go ahead. There we go. That should look a lot different and a lot better. So let's go ahead and watch this whole thing with pan and crop now. It should look a little weird because, you know, I actually do a little different with pan and cropping. So yeah.
Listen at the bendo. A nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with.
There you go. That doesn't look that bad, to be honest. I could do a lot better, but I'm not going to reveal my pan and crop styles, even though it's actually not that bad. But I'm not going to do it because you guys need to learn how to do it yourselves. There's tons of different... I would suggest watching different types of pan and crop tutorials because there's so many different methods. This is the one I do, and it's old school. Like, there's different ways you can do it. There's even auto pan crop now, apparently, with expressions and stuff. So you can figure that out somehow. And yeah, so now let's go Control-Alt-Y, and let's add one more. Alright, let's add one more, and this one's going to be called Blur. Why did I do that? This one's going to be called Blur. There we go. So this one's, we're going to have camera, lens, blur. This is probably one of my favorite things to do. This will look a lot, this is, apparently, for some reason, I'm notorious for this, even though a lot of people do it, and I got it from another editor, if that's alright. So let's put this at 10, and let's add a keyframe. Press U to open up the keyframes. There we go. And go to 10 frames back, and break this at 0, 10 frames forward, so you're back at the 10 frames forward, at a 0. So basically what that does is it goes from, from whatever transition you want, it starts blurred out and then it goes normal, basically. So just copy that and add it to any transition, which is right here, and okay. Dope. I did that for some reason, so that means I can't preview audio. That's nice. That's alright, we'll go with it. I'll fix it in a bit. Okay, so let's go to there. Go to here, Control Shift V, or Control Shift left to go 10 frames back, and then Control, god damn it, what do I keep doing? Control V, there we go, to paste that, and then see it blurs up, and then it does that thing, and you can even have it right here if you want to. I usually wouldn't have them too close to each other, as you can see, because they kind of, actually yeah, because of that, I'm actually not going to do that, I'm going to skip that, and then let's have it right here. Right, let's do, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then have it right here. There we go. And now the next thing I like to do is, let's go ahead. Okay, okay. Let's do it like this. Let's take this keyframe and let's not go 10 frames back this time. Let's just go 1 frame back and paste that. Go 1 frame forward to go back to the beat and bring this all the way back here. So now there's nothing here, but then it goes from 0 to 10. Actually, let's not make 10. Let's make it like 5. We don't want it crazy. To 5. So it just does a little blur thing that makes it, just a little enhance it a little bit. It just has that blur, and it does that thing, and add it to some of them, not all of them, because it would get like a little annoying. So just like kind of pick and choose ones that sound alright. Like I'm not even listening to it right now. I'm just kind of putting it where I think would sound pretty cool. And if you want, you can put it on the shot too. Typically people don't do that anymore, but you could if you want. But I'm not going to, because I personally don't. I'm not a fan of that. So there we go. So that should look pretty alright. Here we go. So now let's watch it again.
Listen at the bendo. A nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with.
Alright, there we go. So there's that, and now let's work on gun sounds. That should be fun. Alright, so let's go ahead, take these and put these on users. I've already used all the cinematics somehow, and let's go ahead, audio. Now if you go to the thing that added in the description. Here's sound effects, which is actually in my project file for the what's called After Effects Complete Guide. So I recommend you check that out too. Let's put that in audio. Usually I have that in a separate folder called like sound effects or something, but that's all right. There's not that much, and we're only using DSR. I don't know why I put Blitz up. We're only using DSR. So let's go ahead and put this like right here. It doesn't matter because we're gonna press open bracket to bring that here. I'm just checking real quick. So basically, this is gonna be super loud. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, because I messed up that thing and I said I was gonna fix it. Yeah, I can't preview audio, so I had to fix that. So there we go. So what was it doing? Oh yeah, so here we go. Here's the DSR sound. This is gonna be really loud. Yep, I'm sorry for that. So let's go ahead. If you press L once, then it brings up the audio levels like that. So let's go ahead and bring it down like -12. That's okay. Maybe not. Maybe like -9. Okay, that sounds pretty okay. But now we're gonna right click, time stretch. And let's put this to like 130 maybe? Let's try 130. There we go. It's a lot slower now, so it sounds a little better. So that sounds good. So now it sounds super high treble because of the song. So let's go to bass and treble. We're actually gonna bump the bass up by like 50. There we go. And we're gonna actually drop the sound by like -12 again. So let's listen. Let's go ahead and listen to this. So that sounds pretty alright. Maybe go to the next one, and then Control D to duplicate, and press open bracket to bring that here. So because this is the next shot, so we're gonna snap this here, and we'll make this slower by like 160. I don't know. That's probably good numbers.
I went from red to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with a smart.
There we go. That sounds a lot better. All right, there we go. So there is that. There's gun sounds in a nutshell. Not good. You could still, again, mess around with these. Go to the other audio things and mess around with them. Again, you can even mess around with the time stretch. You know, do whatever. I'm just kind of rushing through this because this is already taking a long time. You know, and I'm not trying to make a perfect edit. I just want an upload for Saturday. So now that's actually everything for the work comp. I think. I'll figure things out and fine tune if I need to. But now we're gonna go to this. So let's go to here. This is our project right here, and click on work comp. Hold left click and bring it to right here. This new composition. So now our work comp looks like this. Let's go to the work comp real quick, and let's actually change how the size of the composition. So let's just listen to how far we want this to go. Let's actually go to right here and press L real quick because I want to actually keyframe this and have this fade out. So let's go to like right here maybe, and then drop this all the way down, and then Control Shift D, delete that. So now let's just, you know, there we go. Let's go ahead and do that to this DSR sound effect too, because apparently it's loud. Okay, so let's go ahead here. This is a different way to, I just realized there's a more efficient way to do this, but that's alright, we'll just do it. There we go, so now it fades out. DSR sound effect fades out too because it kind of goes out for a little bit. Let's have it like right here, just so it matches, because I want this to, actually, I don't even, yeah, and let's have it end like right here, right? So press N. Oh no, I want it, yeah, press N right here, go to home to go to the very beginning, and press I. Why did I say I? Press B. There we go, and right click and trim comp to layers. Trim comp. What did it say? I don't know. Trim composite, whatever. So now it looks like this. Now if we go back to this, now the compositions go to here because that's how far, you know, we ended it. So there we go. So now press O to go to here and do the exact same thing. N. Press I. B. And then trim comp to work areas, and now this is our entire comp. Now the reason why I did this is so we can add RSMB. So let's go press RSMB Pro. And this is going to look a lot better once we do that. So now let's go ahead. Now this is my settings personally. Go to 90, and let's put this on like 2. You can do. I've done 1. It kind of depends, or you can even do. 3 is a little pushing it, but let's just do 0.2. The 90 sensitivity kind of compensates for it. But if you want, you go to 100. But this should be all right. But right now we're going to cancel that for now, so we can work with things. And let's find a good, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like this. Maybe that looks like a 1 frame. Yeah, let's use this right here. Let's use this, and we're gonna press Control Alt Y, and let's start making our color correction. Now this is actually based off of Red Zant, or Obey Zant, I guess right now. His old CC type thing, except it's with my own spin on it because we're not using magic bullet looks or anything. So let's go ahead and first let's do, I think it's hue/saturation. Because of this song, I think I want a more desaturated thing. Let's go ahead and desaturate to like -20, right? But now I'm gonna make an orange CC because orange CC is a little easier to do. So let's go ahead and go to reds, and basically see this color wheel. If we like kind of mess with it, this bottom one, you can see what color is turning to what. So let's make this a little, just, it's red, so we don't have to go too much. Maybe go like 9, I don't know, maybe like, yeah, sure, there. Yellows, just go backwards a little bit, so yellow's a little more orange. So that's -12. So greens, and let's bring this left just a little bit, not too much, because I want to keep the greens, you know, pretty decent. Let's go to science. Maybe let's go this way a little bit more. Make the science. Actually, I don't know. I kind of like the science, so maybe let's make the science a little more pop. Actually, no. Let's just go back, because I think blue is the opposite of orange, or the complementary color of orange, which basically means they're gonna look super weird together. Let me go ahead and bring this maybe right this time to make it a little more purple, I guess. Magentas. Okay. Magentas. Let's bring this right. If that makes no sense, basically, if I go to, like, let's say cyan, or let's just do magenta because it's easier. I want this color. Like, I see as I move the things, it looks a little bit, this color, ow, shit. You can see as this color right here moves. So we want to get it closer to purple, but let's go back to 0, 0, so as a default. And we want to make it just a little closer to 0, but not, or to orange, but not so much that the color changes that much. So as you can see, it only went to 29. There we go. Let's go to reds, and then maybe let's up the red saturation, maybe to like 10. I don't know. And let's try that. All right, and because blue is a complementary color of orange, which makes if you look up a complementary color wheel and you can see the colors that are complementary to each other, let's go ahead and desaturate blue just a little bit so it doesn't shine out, and that's that. Now let's go to I think it's sharpen. Yep, and let's add like 24. 24 is kind of the magic number because okay, maybe like 20. Yeah, let's do 20 basically. Because there's no reason for it. I just don't like to use too much. Unsharpened mask. Let's have this at like 36, not too much, just a little bit. There we go. All right, so then now that's that. Now let's go add another one by pressing Control-Alt-Y, and this is gonna be glow. So let's go ahead. Glow. We're gonna add more glow, which is why I said not to have the other glow that crazy. Now this one's gonna be a little different. Let's drop this down to like 40-ish, so we got more colors, and bring this guy up to like maybe like there, maybe 223. There we go, and bring this guy down. And now this is what, yeah, we're messing with this guy now. There we go. We don't want it too bright, but you know, just bright enough. Maybe like right there at 0.3. That should be pretty okay. And then let's go to next, make a new one. This one's gonna be curves. Now this one is a little weird. This is exactly how I do it. So basically, just bring it up just a little bit. Just have the highlights a little higher. This one down to bring the curves, to bring the shadows a little lower. Let's go to red and bring this guy down. Literally the opposite. Not too much, but just bring this guy down and bring this guy up. Reasons? I'm not sure why, but it makes it look cooler. I don't know why, but I do this a lot. And then you can mess with the blues a little bit more if you want. That's on you. I wouldn't recommend, you know, messing with it too much, but you know, do you. Like I said, do you. Okay. So next, let's go with press Control-Y. Or Control-Y, and oh, actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Now we're gonna just Control-Y, and this is black solid. This is basically my what's it called? My replacement for Magic Blood looks. So let's go ahead and find a nice orange that's not that orangey, but you know, decently orange. Maybe like right there. Literally, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just messing around. That's how. Okay. For some reason, it's not. Before it was on like this, and if you click this button right here, if you don't have it, well, that sucks. I don't know. Sometimes for me, it's disappeared before, and it's kind of I found it again. I don't know, but yeah. So now instead of right clicking going to blend modes, now it's right here. So you can go to here and let's try overlays. Usually it's want to go in these categories. Usually I think I've done overlay. We try soft light. Soft light looks alright. Press T to bring up opacity and kind of mess with this a little bit. We don't actually want it to be too crazy. I think overlay might look the best, to be honest. But raid is arguably a really hard what's it called? Hard, like, I'm trying to think of the word here. A hard map to make good sims for. So let's not make it too crazy. Maybe let's drop this down to like 13. Maybe that could work actually. It's simple, you know, and nothing crazy. It's just simple, and I think that will do it. Now let's gonna do one more thing. Control-Alt-Y, and let's add tint. So let's add tint because we don't want it too colorful. That's not the point. So let's go there. Maybe just put like 30. So that way it's like 30%, 30% black and white. You know what I mean? And because we did that, we probably mess with opacity just a little. Actually, I don't know. Maybe probably put it to 18. Now let's go a little more. See it now. That looks pretty good. You know. The problem is now, you know, this happens whenever it's black. Now there's just this. You know. But that's the thing. I mean, you can do this. Control-Y. and let's have this maybe a black solid. Let's see if this works. I actually don't know if this most likely won't work. Oh, it looks like it does work. Cool. So now the blacks are just black. All right, that's dope. So press S. Maybe bring it up just a little bit just in case. Not sure why, but just cause. There you go. So that should look a little different. Yeah. So this looks a lot better. See, the color correction looks pretty decent. Not the best, but it'll work. Now one of the final things. Press Control Y and let's call this this solid layer bars. Let's put this on top. Let's go to CC Jaws. This is the black bars. So let's go to somewhere. There we go. So this is completion. There we go. Let's put this at like 80 maybe, and put the height to 0. So now it's just black bars. So that looks cool. So let's actually put this to 87 maybe. I think 87 might look better. Yeah, 87 looks a lot better to be honest. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So so 87. Yeah, 87 will work. I might go 88, but let's just go with 87. So basically now we're gonna. This is what I do personally, and this might be frowned upon, but this is how I've always done it. So basically, let's go to the beginning of the clip, which is start right here, as you can see from this marker, and add a keyframe right here. Now we're gonna go back one frame and make this 80. So that way, anything before this keyframe, because you know, there's nothing right here that's gonna mess with it. So basically now there's more black bars on these little cinematics, but it's not as much as on 87 now here. So that's not. So there we go. So now let's go ahead, go to the next cinematic right here, and add a keyframe. Press Alt left to put that one back, and make this one 80. Make a new keyframe, make it 80. So now, as you see, that's a better example. So now it's like, you know, more depth. I don't know how to explain that. But this way, now this is gonna look a little weird. But this is how I've kind of done this way. So as you can see, there's a little opacity change right here. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go to the beginning of that and go to the work comp. Let's call this different. Let's call this money, because this is what we're gonna render out. So let's call it money because that's what the edit's called. And let's have this add a keyframe at 80. Go to here and go to the end where the opacity is done. Let's go frame back so we go all the way. So it starts right here, I guess. And then let's put this at 87. Back to 87, and we're gonna actually take these two that we've done. Let's zoom in a bit. F9 to easy ease. Let's keep these normal. It didn't matter because there's just one frame differences, but yeah. Actually, this is kind of weird, but bear with me. Actually, no. Maybe we should leave it like that. Yeah, that. Actually, yeah, we'll keep that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So then it does its thing. You know. There we go. And then there's a shot. Actually, let's maybe bump this up maybe. I think, yeah, we can definitely bump this up. Let's put that right there. Let's add let's bump the glow up a little bit. I think we can manage. Let's bump the glow a little bit. So now when we look at this, there we go. That looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and RAM preview this with RSMB Pro. And actually, no. Oh shoot, I forgot the freaking intro thing. All right, this is very essential. Let's go ahead and double this thing real quick. So I'll go to this and see this T right here. You can like click it and do whatever you want, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna double click it so it's directly in the middle, or at least somewhat in the middle. We'll change that. So there you go, and just have let's say Anuki presents. I guess we'll do that. We'll do it like that. Put this at 50 because I don't like it that big, and maybe have this at Gotham Black maybe. I don't know. That looks kind of cool. I think, okay, yeah, our text thing went all the way up to here. Just bring this back down so we can see it, but down to right here because it's going to be over here. Let's go ahead and delete this back part and go to this part because it'll end right here. And go ahead, Control delete that. Just actually Control delete. I don't know why I said that. All right. So now it's like that. Let's actually go to here and go to paragraph. If you don't have this open, we can go to window, and here is align, and here is paragraph, but the line should be right here, so that should be fine. So there you go. So click this one to center to horizontally center it, and push this one to vertically center it. So now this is directly in the middle. No matter what, it's just directly in the middle. Now to make this look a little better, let's go ahead and maybe like let's toggle the switch modes. Actually, no, let's not do that. In case you guys can't do that, let's right click this, blend mode, and put it on difference. So now it looks like that. So now you know, it messes with the source alpha, the corresponding cinematic behind it. Now let's go also right click and layer styles, and let's do outer glow. You can do drop shadow, but that's alright. I usually do outer glow. open up article a little more, put this to multiply, or I don't even know why I put it multiply. You can put it on normal if you want. Put this all the way down to black, the color all the way down to black, and make the size 30. So now there's a little thingy majig right there. Let's make it like, let's put the opacity at 50 because I don't want it to be too crazy. So now it looks like this. Looks a little weird, but that's alright. Anuki presents, you get the idea. Alright, so now let's actually take this and Control D so we can have the exact same thing and move this up here. And call this money. There we go. I think I want to have it like that. I think I put money. There we go. Because I capitalize all my stuff now. There we go. With a period. With a period, because that's how I think. You don't have to do that. You call it whatever you want. This edit's called money, so that's what I'm going to name it. Now, it looks like that. There we go. And that should be that. So there. Now, that is basically the entire edit complete, I think. I mean, I can't imagine what else I can put in. Like, I have R some B. I think I'm going to go ahead and ramp through this entire thing. Hopefully my computer doesn't die, but let's try it. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot something. That might look like, you know how we did those things right here? These, this blur stuff? Let's actually add it to the cinematics as well. Let's go ahead and go 10 frames back from this. Even though it'll be out that way, it's fine. It's the idea that counts. So now let's do that. Go to the second cinematic and do the same thing. Third cinematic, same thing. Same thing. There we go. And then fourth cinematic, same thing. And then the end of this cinematic is right here. Control, go 10 frames back, same thing. There you go. So that should look a little different. All right, continue. All right, and let's look at it. Let's look at it now. Let's see.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Gussin' out the bando. A nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart look.
All right, that looks pretty all right. Fine. I'm just looking. I'm going through it one more time. See more fine tuning I'm gonna do. But I already know. At these little like blocky things, I'm pretty sure that's only happening because I'm like recording at the same time. Don't worry about it. It shouldn't show up. I think I'm gonna make. I wish I had the select fire sound effect. I could force that, but it's alright. This video's gone long enough. I'm gonna actually lower these sound effects just a little bit, like -15 maybe. I don't want it too loud. Same thing with this one, -15. And listen to it now.
A nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch.
There we go. And that should be that, I think.
To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Gussin' out the bando. A nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart look.
Okay, that should be all that, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, I'm gonna leave it off at that. Yeah, I think, I'm gonna leave it off at that. This video's gone long enough. This is like, and it's probably gonna be like an hour. So if you're watching, I hope you had some popcorn. I hope you had some fun watching this. The next Let's Edit, I'm gonna do less explaining. This is more like a pilot episode, if you want to say, where I explain a little more things. But next time, now that, I'm assuming that you've watched like this episode, the next episodes I'll breeze by them quick because I want to emphasize that these don't take a long time to make. Like if I sat down and just like ate food and edited this, this literally would have taken like a few minutes, to be honest. Like it's not even that hard. And I didn't even do any crazy effects either, and it still looks pretty decent. I mean, look at this color correction. It looks pretty good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I hope you guys learned a thing or two. After Effects Complete Guide will be back. I just have to find time to, you know, record it, and I think I recorded one thing, but it was kind of taking a little too long, so I think I scrapped it. But who knows? I just need to upload for Saturday because right now it's Tuesday. I have an upload for Wednesday and Friday on my second channel, and I need to upload for Saturday for the main channel so that I can focus the rest of this entire week on just my projects that I've left behind. Projects for Bio, projects for Marv, client work, stuff like that. I need to get all that done. So I'm gonna spend this week just pumping things out, and yeah, hopefully there'll be a ton more content. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Let's Edit. See ya.